Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Tuesday, December 3rd, 2013. Well, not much on the calendar this morning, and yesterday's announcements were pretty much uneventful. They were either close to or within a definite range. So those numbers on those items for manufacturing, construction, all came in pretty much even. Uncle Ben spoke at 8:30, but they didn't put a star on that because he wasn't really announcing the results of any policy meetings or anything like that. But still, if you look at the headlines here, European stocks crumble as Fed tapering fears re-emerge. So there's that. And if we look across the pond, over in Asia, we're kind of mixed here. Of course, they're for the most part closed. But some are up, some are down, some are flat. So there's real no direction there. But if we look at Europe, yes, this headline holds true here, at least as far as the stocks tumbling, but exactly why they're tumbling. Fed tapering, well, does the Fed printing money, it really is pumping up the market, isn't it? Wouldn't you say that? So depending on your position right now, you would want them to keep printing money, or you would want them to taper or stop. Of course, us being option traders, we like to take advantage of almost anything. And the hot thing in the news yesterday was, of course, the Amazon drones. So I guess they're getting into the game as well. Okay, now let's take a look at the futures. We're looking pretty solidly down this morning, which is a little surprising with the euphoria of Black Friday and Cyber Monday has worn off. Gold is way down there, right? It's getting very close to the 1200 level, which would be, I think, the low, at least recently. And silver's at 19. And just to let you know, I went and bought mine silver coins for the grandkids last week. I think it was Thursday, or no, it wouldn't have been Thursday, it would have been Wednesday. So I got that taken care of. All right, let's take a look at where we are with the account. All right, overall we're not doing too bad. I'm not overly concerned about anything. The panic alert I had on Google did trigger. Let's open up this one here, and I'll show you on the chart here. We had an alert set pretty close to our break even here, and it did trigger and then it pulled back. So I wasn't concerned about that one. And the other trigger that we had was on LinkedIn, and I don't think we have to worry about that one anymore either, although you just never know. But I'm going to leave it in here, and I am going to re-alert Google so that it's going to go right about where this high is here, at or above. That sounds good. Okay. Nothing going on today with it. So on Apple, God, I hate to report this, but my biggest concern wasn't so much the money as having to sit here and tell you how dumb I was yesterday morning as I was watching this candle, which opened right here, and it was turning greener and greener and getting bigger and bigger. So I sold my short, and then I bought this calendar. So let's take a look here. So I sold my short. So as far as my 545 and 540 call is concerned, I sold the I bought the 540 back, and now I am sitting here with this long 545, which according to my calculations, and I have it right here, is collected $1.27 for the trade, and I bought the short back for $22.16, so now I need $20.89. Okay, so we have a delta of 1 on our position here. We got the right thing here? Yeah, we got a delta of 1. Let's take a look. So for every dollar the stock moves, this is going to go up $1. So it's at 9, well, let's say 940 worst case here. And we need 20.89, so we need about another $10 move in the stock. And if we look at the chart, that's about, where are we here? Thought I had a break-even line in here. Oh, I do. Never mind. I do have a break-even line. Is up here, so it's still like $10 more than what it was when it closed yesterday, or $11. So we had a close here. If we look at a regular chart, let's just look at a regular chart here. It closed at 551 and we need 562. So we need about $11 out of this today. And this morning we're looking a little bit better than yesterday. But you know, I got time working against me too, because that's not all intrinsic. There is extrinsic value to this. So we need it to move quickly today, smartly up to our break even. It's just going to be harder and harder to get to this break even over time. Okay, enough about that. Everything else is doing pretty good. I didn't do the Amazon or the Netflix trade yesterday where I was talking about a one-to-one or maybe a calendar, a call calendar. Decided to take a pass on that after the market opened, pretty much generally as a rule. And if we take a look at, we were thinking of Amazon, and Amazon started out good and then pulled back. So I wasn't interested in doing any sort of short-term bullish trade on that. And the same thing with, we were looking at Netflix. It pretty much had the same kind of day, a nice pop at the open, and then pulled back right away. And that's pretty much what almost everything did. And I think that, you know, the negativity came out about the big retail weekend. So I think that's what happened pretty much around the board. All right, so let's just jump right into the A+ list, and we'll get going with that. Starting out with our friend, the Apple. Let's see, let's take a look at Adobe. How are we doing with that? Doing pretty good. And we had another one. Was it Green Mountain? CELG? I forget who it was. Well, we'll get to it. Okay, so with Apple, looking at what's going on here, I could throw another a bearish trade, but I'm not gonna I got enough invested in Apple right now, so I'm just gonna kind of leave it alone and hope that she comes back today. iPad was a big seller over the weekend. We looked at Adobe, Amazon. Glad I didn't do that one. Not sure quite exactly what is going on here, but we're looking for a target down here, at least according to what we're seeing today. So that'll be our next target there, BIDU. We have a calendar on BIDU, and it also had a very nice day yesterday. We may just bail on this calendar before we get, it's 87, we're talking $87. It's at 50. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let me make a note on that though. I'm going to want to see that make a definite move down. Or else I'd just get out and save a couple bucks on that. Okay, CELG. Alright, CELG, we got a hook. And that's a good counter move to the market. So that has promise. So I'm putting an alert here on CELG. Yeah, that's a good counter move to the market. Chipotle. We have a December calendar on that. Is that a real one? Well, we got a lot of crazy things going on here with Chipotle. That shouldn't be looking like that, should it? We do have a calendar. And that is actually making a little bit of money. And then we have this play on them, which is a bear call. So, a little bit of a risky day yesterday. We'll have to keep an eye on this. I think I'm going to put an alert here. I actually went in the money yesterday, just in case we get some more craziness. Okay, so we have a panic alert on Chipotle. Okay. Next is FedEx. We have a target down here, waiting for it to come down and give us something there. We're not going to look at GLD right now. Green Mountain Coffee. Okay, we're looking for a hook here, so we might get one. Google. We still have our panic alert in on Google. Or at least we put a new one in. And we have a hook down. So that's promising for this iron condor. That's promising. We need some promising stuff for this week. Because Apple may be our downfall for this week. And then here's our panic alert on LinkedIn, and we have another opportunity here. We took this opportunity and it got a little shaky here. We're hanging in there. But I'm not going to add to LinkedIn at this time. It's a little bit too early in the week to do next week for them, so I'm going to take a pass on that. MasterCard. It's coming down into our target area here. We'll slide it over and make it a little bit better. Okay. We'll see how MasterCard plays out. Marvel was our other one where we had a synthetic covered call on it, and it's almost at max profit. I was just looking at this protective put on here. So this would have worked out nice. I mean, you know, don't invest a whole heck of a lot of money on this, and we're going to roll this December when the time comes. So that's where we'll be with that. Netflix. Okay, we have our target down here. Let's move that over a little bit. Nike. We'll talk a little bit about SPX when we get up to it too. Nike's coming down nicely into our target area. We'll be waiting for a hook on that price line. We have a target down here. I'll slide that over. I'm waiting for that Kaihu. Oh, choppy. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. And that's not the first time I've said that. Alright, let's take a look at SPX. Now I have a couple of trades here that I was looking at earlier prior to our recording. I may just go with this one here at 8.15. Let's take a look at the chart. We do have a down arrow. 8.15 would put us right up around here for our short. And our break even will be probably around 8.17, maybe 8.16 and a half, somewhere around there. If I get $1.10, so it'll be 8.16.10. So that might be the trade for today, at least this week's 10 a.m. So probably at 18.15, and if it keeps sliding down this morning, we probably won't be getting that $1.10, maybe $1.90 or something around there. Maybe I'll do two. Right, Tesla. Alright, we have a hook on Tesla, so let's throw an alert in here. Okay, moving right along. Let's look at V for victory. Just kidding. It's trying to get to our target. It's not quite ready for prime time yet. Walgreens. Do have a calendar on Walgreens, and it's this week, and we're getting a little bit of IV crush on that, but it's definitely working out in our favor at this time. So do we have anything going on early here? No, aftermarket, we were pretty much there. Alright, well maybe we'll get some premium built up on this thing today. And then last but not least is XLV. We have a hook on XLV. So let's throw an alert here. And that should pretty much set us up for the day. Alright, keep this thing a little bit short today, so you all have a great day. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing I wanted to do here. So I want to show you how we're doing. From last week, all we had here was the SPX 10 a.m. weekly. Why is this red? Oh, okay, this is negative. That makes sense. Yep. So we're up 117 right now. So all I do is I just take these values here and multiply them times 100, as you can see here, and we come up with our 2013 total. Well, the furnace just turned on. I guess it's time for me to go, but here's where we are so far. And of course, you know, it's always easy to do that. You just come here and you grab the account that you want, go to your account statement, say you want it for like the last 10 days, and then take anything any value out that might be in here. Where's my delete key? Somebody moved it. Alright, so, and last week was November 5, and the only thing that really expired last week was this SPX trade. And that was 100% profit on that. 50 cents, I made $1 because there's two of them. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and happy trading, and pray for Apple. Bye.